Wow. Guess what? We don't have bus line. Good morning, morning. Saturday morning runnings. My name is Denise Lady D Gomez. Welcome everyone to Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez's Saturday morning runnings. We've been running for weeks now, and the run has been good, I would say, because people not stop talk about Saturday morning runnings, even when they can't remember the full name. They said there's something where you have on a Saturday morning. So there is something that is resonating, and it is building. And I have people who helping me. So we collaborating together to make it work. Welcome everyone. It's a beautiful 14 degrees, snow, windy time we're experiencing here in New York. Yes. And because I am Jamaica, not hot, I still want to say, all right, what are going out a door can stay out a door. I am in a Jamaican state of mind, a Caribbean state of mind.
Yes,
Therefore,
sir. Yes, sir.
so theretofore, as we would say, welcome to everybody. I have my peeps with me, my ladies with me this morning
Yes,
because
yes,
and say, we good
Thank
like
you.
that, them good
yes.
like that. And then, it is such a wonderful thing to have recall. And when you recall, it's not necessarily that there's something gone bad and popped down.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's because it's
Yeah.
good like that. So
Absolutely.
welcome everyone. I'd like my guests to introduce themselves, starting with Max.
Okay, so good morning to listeners. Good morning to those of you who are watching via Facebook or YouTube. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning,
Good
Jen. And good
morning,
morning,
man.
Lady T, your host.
Yes, of
My name is
course.
Maxine, and as you all see and know, aka Max Poet. I am originally from the parish of St. Mary in Jamaica. I was born in Kingston, but I grew up in St. Mary, of course. And of course, I migrated to the United States in
Long time.
1995. I've been here for a pretty good while.
Right.
I'm a writer, I'm a poet, I'm a singer. I do a whole heap of things. So that's
Mhm.
basically it. I reside in Georgia at the moment and I'm sporting 27 degrees. How you like that?
Sure.
Oops. Oopsie
That's right.
daisy.
Sport on there, yeah, Max.
Yes, absolutely. So that's basically it for right now.
Okay. All right, Jen.
Oh, yes. My name is Jennifer Douglas, aka Miss Jen. Good morning to everyone. Lady D, Maxine, every Max and Jackie and everybody around, all the people who come on board the bus line. We welcome you. All right. And I am originally from Jamaica, born under the clock, Kingston, and
Mm-mm.
living came to America. I think a year before Max came. So I came in '94.
Okay.
So I am living now. I came to the Bronx, and then now I'm living. I live all over the place. I go as far as Lewiston. So anyway,
Oh, wow.
and Africa. But guess what? I am in sunny Florida today. Yay! And we're at the 49-degree now.
We're
So we're gonna
we're
go.
57 here.
Oh, you're what?
57. That well, my
57.
best
Oh, so you
57
warmer
degrees.
than us, but with snow. With snow. Oh, boy. Anyway, yes. So
Oh,
I do a lot of things. Right now I am a tutor. I do virtual tutoring with children. And but I'm a poet. I write poetry. I sing. I do drama. I write plays. I do everything. Have speech pathology degree, all the degree them where you can name in America. They have it.
Study
Yes.
ration.
So you're right. So
Federation.
yes, so this is me. Welcome everybody. Enjoy the bus ride.
You know, say
And
Jamaicans love fun. You know, we love to have a lot of fun, but we also love education.
Yes.
yes,
Absolutely.
So no
absolutely.
matter how you see somebody out there, you know, jump up and down and go on like them
And I
crazy,
carry on.
go check them out. They have
Yes.
something behind it, and it seems like we all have something in common. You know that that maybe Max and Jen don't know about, but I also like poetry, and it's only because I don't have the time right now. I am not writing,
Me too. Me
so
too.
we have that in
Yes,
common.
yes,
My
yes. So
mother still
welcome,
writes.
Jackie.
You can. Yes, thank you for having me. Lady D had me on last week. This is the lady
Listen,
from the pudding pan. And what a laughter we had.
I'm telling you, it was so good. It was so good.
Yes.
Yes. So,
So
mhm.
I don't think I need to say much about
That's
me.
all right. That's all
Yeah.
right. Okay. So, welcome
Just
everyone again. Saturday
thank you.
morning runnings. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez, from town to country and
It
back.
seemed like Maxine did the same thing. She said from town to
From
country.
town to
See,
country and back.
from town to
My neighbor
country and
too.
back.
She sent Miriam, sent Anne.
Yes. So
Okay.
let's hop on over and just welcome our guests so far who have joined us because clearly they couldn't wait for the 10 o'clock to me press and I'm on live. And guess who is present for bus line? Pauline, my Pauline from church, Madam P. And I know mom is there. Morning, mom. Mom said, is my girl that? So I feel kind of special. I'm good.
I
And
know,
Morning,
right?
Jackie.
Big up Shernet, bro. Shernet, bro. Big nut, bro.
Okay,
From
Max.
Bronxwood, Bronxwood.
So guess who is on, Jackie? Ryan.
Ryan,
Morning. Morning, Queen. I'm about to get this big pot of chicken foot soup on the road. And so
Okay.
mad at myself. The donkey. Some donkey
Donkey
story.
putting our work.
donkey not work.
Donkey putting our
Okay.
The
work.
donkey tire needs changing.
Yes, and Paulette. Hi, morning, Paulette. She says,
The donkey
always love
poacher.
this. Yes. And Empress Audrey's on. Peace and
Hi,
wellness,
Empress.
everyone. Sharnette. Hey, Sharnette. Please share, everybody. Oh, no, just come and sit down there for
Mr.
yourself.
Shernet.
Share and let people come on because we're going down a bus line right here now. Hortense Princess Small. Good morning, Lady Gee. So, I like to pop your messages, not just to read them because we can do that. So, present for bus line, that was Ryan. So we're going through quickly. What else we have here now? Ryan say, is she that? It must be you him talking, Jackie.
Yes, it's me.
Right. Um, okay.
Oh my
So let's
goodness.
go quickly. So we were at Empress Audrey. Oh, it's so nice to have you. And Sharnette say good morning, ladies. Hortense
Good
says
morning,
good morning,
Sharnette.
Lady
Good
D. Guess what?
morning.
Okay. All right. Oh, so Princess has a funeral. So she said it start at 11. So she's so glad she's here. Oh dear.
She
Because
can't take a country bus guy funeral.
you see him so so. Prince Akeem. Sure.
Prince Akeem.
Yes. Good morning, Miss Lady D. Denise Gomez. All right. Morning, Prince. Andrea, our girl Andrea in Barbados, says
Hi,
morning.
Andrea.
Hi.
Morning. Good
Yes.
morning.
Good
Janet, my
morning.
Janet. All right, Miss
Hi,
Jan
Janet.
from church. My Janet says, morning, Lady D. Gomez and everyone else. And who this now? Somebody say, Andrea say, I'm on to catch the
Time to
bus.
catch the bus.
We need to know which bus, which
Which
bus. So, all right, let's start talking. And I'm asking everyone who is on to share the link with someone and say, hey, Saturday morning runnings, day. We're going to talk. Now,
Bernice, I sent you this.
I'm opening the floor to
What
my
am
guests because commuting, transportation, urban transport system has a urban, suburban, every bun you can think of. We have to move
Mhm.
from one point to the
To the
next.
next.
And would you believe that many people across the Caribbean, there's always either one special line that they like or a particular driver that they like. And they will wait for the driver, the
True.
bus. They make sure if it's the one bus, they time it. In a summary, we didn't do a lot of clock time. We sort of say, all right, if he mid leave from X now, maybe by the time him reach
Yes.
Shackleton or so. And by the time you walk go down to that bus stop, the bus a come or it dead and you have to run, go catch it.
Run and catch it.
Are you here to blow a
Or you
come?
hear it a
Mm-hmm.
blow.
If you ever there at a
Yeah.
distance and hear the bus blowing, you better start run.
My point
Exactly.
exactly. So there are so many similarities that we have shared over time in our
Yes.
communities across Jamaica and the Caribbean, because no, now though I'm Jamaican and we are Jamaican right here, so other people take bus everywhere else where them live,
Yes.
right? And so I would like everyone who is watching this morning, you can start popping in your bus line, which one you used to take, if you remember the name of the driver. Because some of
Mm-hmm.
the drivers weren't, me not think they may have no, they may don't do no road test, me no know. We did have one that we swear say it never in just know if it press brake,
Oh,
clutch,
Lady D,
and
I thought my
gas.
mother is on.
Your mom came. Where is it?
Oh,
Josephine? Josephine.
yes.
Morning, morning, mom. Morning, morning. Welcome, welcome. So that's in a nutshell about the whole bus line drama. Because me not gonna call the name, but there was one, may I tell you. If you when you reach home, you have to say thank God. Because when me tell you saying take every corner for straight.
On
Mm-mm.
every street
Hold on
corner.
with a dear life.
No, me not joke.
You have to hold on with a
You
dear
have to
life.
hold on and you pray so you reach. You pray so you reach.
Yes, I
So
know
we've been
that.
there, done it.
Oh, oh my
We've
goodness.
been there, done it with
Oh,
bus
yes.
line. And by the
Mm-hmm.
way, if you're on and you're like wondering what is going on in the background there, it is a bus. And somehow we have snow. We don't know why.
More in Jamaica, it's too reach. Jamaica soon get snow.
Me not understand.
Serious thing.
Me not
The way it
understand
could
why
have
it
to
look like we
wonder.
have snow going behind me. So, but we can't bother right you know. Keep it moving, Lady D. So,
Mm.
welcome, ladies. So start sharing now. Who want to go first? And then we'll be engaging our audience.
My mother said she have two stories to give and she wanted to call in. So we had to kindly remind her, said this program is not calling Miss G. So therefore, get in the chat and put
Put
your
your
story in there.
right.
Cause
In the chat.
my mother
Yeah.
tell us a whole lot of story, but me I wonder if me even hear about this one. So I
Okay.
can't wait to hear it.
Okay. Okay. So, morning, happy. Which bus you used to take? Maureen is on. So we say
Maureen used to
morning to
take bus.
happy.
I'm wearing gold burn.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy.
Jackie said she take.
No, Jackie asked me if Maureen used to take bus.
Well, my
And
bus, I'm going to start. My bus
yes.
was the JOS because I was born in Kingston.
Could you remind us
Mm-hmm.
what the acronym means, please?
Jamaica Omnibus Service.
There you
Mm-hmm.
go.
I
Mhm.
never forget that.
Mhm. And
And I
which
used to,
number? What number bus?
I was 23,
Okay, because I was what
Franklin Town.
22 or 27.
I think after a while it changed to 8 when they carried the minibuses, the regular private companies. But I
Okay.
remember 23. I think it's 23 was the. I could be wrong, but I remember 23. And
Mhm.
one of the thing before I share the joke with you with my bus problem. When I used to go to school, I went to St. George's Girls' Schools on Duke Street or so. And
Mhm.
I used to have to take the bus, and it was only a 1 cent bus fare. Most
Oh.
times I can't find the 1 cent because when my mother give me lunch money for bus, me take the money and a morning time, me not have lunch, you know. Me take the money and buy asham, jackass, everything you name it. So
Right.
when evening time come to pay that money,
You
me
know, not
couldn't
me.
pay that
No,
1 cent.
no bus
So
here.
me have a very my face always stays so when me go up on the bus.
Oh my God.
because me try either make the driver or the bus conductor sorry
So you
for
have a
me.
friendly driver.
So you know what me got way to the back of the bus. You
Okay.
Oh,
understand
he
me?
didn't
So
let you in.
yeah. And the other joke I have, I was a very big person. So when me and my mother go out and you see the adults pay different fare and the kids pay different fare. So my mother always have to come, even if I'm going out alone, she always have to come to me, to with me. When I'm going on the bus, my mother, the people that would say, full fare. My mother said, no, she only 10. Because I look like 20. Because I was always big
Big.
body and
Yes.
look
Yeah.
Yes.
mature. So them can't believe it. And my mother used to say, do not wear the long skirt them, wear the this, wear the that, because you look like too much big woman.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? So
Yeah.
that was my experience with the buses. And I'm telling you, the ride was always bumpy. You think of
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica road bad, it always bad. The road them always bad, so you always have a bumpy ride. There's a jump up and down and jump up and down and thing. And I always at the back of the bus, so I always get the worst ride every time.
Oh
So that was
dear.
my little experience with the JOS
All
bus.
right. So, Max.
Yes.
Max can't stop
Max, you
laugh.
start to laugh already.
Yes, because as I said before, I was born in Kingston. I grew up in St. Mary, but I have a very distinct remembrance of when I was living in Kingston as a child. I was very small, but never forget.
Mm-hmm.
My mother were traveling to Augustown and we're taking the Joyce bus. She had my
Mm-hmm.
little sister who followed me in her hand as a baby, and I was probably about probably about 4 or 5, but I was walking. She just buy this brand new pair of shoes, man, this brand new pair of, the first time black painted shoes
Oh
with
yeah.
a little buckle over.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And she dressed me up in this painted shoes with a brand new pair of white socks. And we were heading to the bus stop. And we had like a picnic, of course. And I don't know but I didn't tell her I wanted to use the bathroom. And my people up in my shoes. The people run down for them in my shoes, with brand new socks, blue, the shoes, the paint in the shoes, clean up the socks, so we take off the socks with blue. And I never forget that. That was about out of 4 or 5 years old, but that thing stood with me until now. I never forget how many people up in my shoes. I spoiled up with pretty, pretty socks. That was the joyous bus experience as a child.
All right.
But
Jackie.
from
Yeah,
childhood,
go on, Max. Keep
Mary,
going, Max. Mm-hmm.
moving on from the childhood Kingston to St. Mary, the two bus lines that we had there growing up as a child from primary school into high school was Northern Queen,
Mm-hmm.
and we also had Victor Bussard, or them call it Master Key. I see you have one of the pictures and thing, the ad that you put up, Lady D.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God that is Victor Bus, because it's same color, blue, white, and red, the red, white, and blue bus.
Yes.
And of course, the Northern Queen was the bus that ran from
Oh, Jesus.
Anata Bay to Port
Mm-hmm.
Maria. That was the bus that carried the workers, the iglas, everybody was on it. But it
Mm-hmm.
carried mostly school kids. The driver was Franklin, never forget. The conductor was Little. I'm sure his name was Little, but the Jamaicans say
Yeah.
Little.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the baggage boy, or what them call him, whatever you call him. He was the side man, and his
Mm-hmm.
name was Reds. Those three names stand out in my head, never forget. Northern Queen, as I said before, we went from Anata Bay to Port Maria, Monday to Friday. Pack. Some months when you get to my stop, is already like a last step to stand up on. When they bust up the car, and so it's set.
Lean.
Lean, lean.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. On occasions we had to walk to Marymount High School, because when they get to Marymount High School, then most of these kids would get off, so be able to
Mm-hmm.
get on and get a seat. Sometimes you don't get no seat, none at all, because it's still packed. Because as I said before, it's mainly school kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that bus crashed.
Oh.
Aw.
Yes, it turned over right in my little district there in Clonmel.
Oh Lord.
But at that time when the crash happened, I wasn't in school. Then I'd finished school and go about my
Mm-hmm.
business. But
Mm-hmm.
there was a big accident and people
Oh
died. But
man.
I never forget those occasions with those people. I remember up in the front of the bus. I don't know what you call that, where that big thing, but
Where
it
you
always
sit
And it,
very
on,
hot.
and it hot.
what do you call it?
And
When
it
you
White.
hot.
sit down, it hot. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
and as hot
Mm-hmm.
as it be, we used to sit down on it. Because Every little spot and every space was occupied going to
Mhm.
school. Every spot, every space was occupied. I also remember on occasion there was this guy in my high school with me that he was very tall. Once he get on a bus, he had to get a seat because I saw
Mm.
him sit with him head
Crouched.
all the time because
Mhm.
he was so tall he couldn't stand up in the bus. So that was for the Northern Queen. Then we had the Victor bus. The Victor bus left traveled from Port Maria to Kingston.
Mhm.
And
Victor,
then
yes.
the Victor bus, now the conductress was Miss Cherry.
Aye.
Never forget her name, but I don't remember the name of the driver. Miss Cherry was a beautiful person. She was the best conductress I've ever seen, met. Best personality, best everything. If you don't
Mhm.
have the bus fare, you don't have to worry. She just like, go sit down. You just go.
I would have
Okay?
loved to meet her. I would have loved to meet her.
I'm telling you, she was the best person there. If you don't have the bus fare, you never have to worry. Then she used to have a book that she would write the ticket. Because as Jen said earlier on, there was a different fare for the adult, different from the school kids. And when they
Mhm.
pay like a 25 cent or whatever it was, or 5 cent, they would write your bus ticket and give. And if you
Mm,
don't pay it,
yes.
if you don't have the bus ticket, forget. You understand?
Right,
Most of the
right.
time I never paid, or most of the times the kids never paid because we were so poor. We never have no money. As Jen said,
Mm,
we get one little money. Sometimes when I leave home without any money, but me I go to school anyway.
mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I know that once you
Vacation.
get on these buses, you're gonna go to school. They're gonna take. Nobody's gonna say, okay, you can't come because you don't have no fear. That's
Mhm.
how it was back then. People would look out for you as a kid and make sure you get to school and get back home. So
Mhm.
it was just phenomenal. So the bus line thing was something that every one of most of us experience or we can appreciate. Then
Of
of course we
course.
also had private buses. We had Kirk, because we had Kirk who's driving like a Chevrolet van, and then he go from Chevrolet to the 15-seater
Sure.
Nissan.
Sure.
That was another experience. Kirk was the best driver I've ever met. I mean, everybody jump in a Kirk bus. When he reached school, everybody jump out and nobody now appear. I don't know how he did it. But he said, come here,
Oh
come here, come here,
Lord.
come feel me. And everybody's scared of his school
Oh my
because
God.
nobody
You
had
always
money.
find one of those.
Yes, and I'm telling you, I happen to have had all the best ones. They were
Mhm.
meted out, handed down to me. Because as I said before,
Yeah.
I grew up very, very poor. A lot of times I left
Yes.
over with one bus fare and no bus fare. So
Mm.
I have to say hats off to the bus drivers and the bus line.
The tambourine
You all
ball and
did a good job.
Charleston me had to have.
What was that?
Jen.
Tambourine ball and
Ball
Charleston
and Jackass
we
You
car.
have
had
to
to
have.
have it.
But I never really spent my bus fare to buy anything. I just
Uh,
never had most of the times. And that's the
Okay,
honest
okay.
truth. I
Mhm.
just never
Yes.
had it. Whenever I did use my bus fare
Humble
to buy
beginnings,
something.
Max. Humble
Yes, I just
beginnings.
never
Hmm.
had it most of the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
But the bus line, it's something that we all can relate to and can never forget.
Right. So
Yeah.
let's hop on over now. Brain box. Jack.
Well, like me tell you last week,
Mhm.
I used to have to go to market with my so the bus that's in the background there, if Maxine say it must be her bus that she used to drive on. Me I tell you say it must be the same bus turn around and come now, come call Northern Light and come up in a from round Clearmont side, coming round Bamboo to Brownstone. And if you good pan a little picnic there must me right around our background there. So here it is. And let me tell you, say, you see when this bus going around some corners around Philadelphia and coming around, some gully around there. You see me?
Mm,
And when the like she said, the bus that the corner they make straight. But
yes.
we had like a picnic, we were enjoying the ride. But one of
Yes.
my most vivid memories was going to market with grandma. Have you ever seen a pig in a bag?
You mean the one where they put the sausage in the
No,
bread?
miss. No, you
No,
got too
no,
far.
actual pig.
In a rich sausage stage
A
yet.
real pig in a
Real
bag of
pig.
shuffle up.
People
No,
used to put
no,
pig
Jen.
high up the pig. Me tell you, you wanna come from Kingston. Let me give you a real country story. People used to tie up the pigs in the crocus bag and
Oh,
carry them on
Jesus.
the bus to
Uh-huh.
the market and sell.
Yeah, I've seen that.
No.
Yes, live pig. Then tie up the pig in a crocus bag one morning, Lady D. And let me tell you something. That pig decides and nobody not gonna buy me today. No.
My God.
You see when the pig bust out in the bus because the tap couldn't take the pig. You see when the pig bust out in the bus. All up on top of the seat. People there.
It's so funny. People thread that pig and then
Come and used to call my grandmother mommy. Mommy. The pig under my foot. The pig run under your foot and he run up to the front. And listen to me, the bus is pulling up, but he finding way in between. And people are jump and people are moving. Holy pig, the driver. Hold on for the pig. Hold on for the pig.
That's right.
The pig they never tie up the bag properly, and you know what them did use? It wasn't even rope. I think it looked like that thing that we used to use make skipping rope, the whisk
rope. I think the
whisk.
Okay.
We usually use make jump rope, and the pig bust out of the bag that Saturday morning. There, me tell you so.
Oh God!
And look at things. Say you have men on the bus, but you know those things that me not understand how those things just sticking on my memory. So and
things not leave your head very easily.
I was a young kid, and me say I never forget that because me never know say pig couldn't go a market like that, but them used to tie up the pigs. Put them inside, like around at the back part of the bus, like this part here. Then they used to have a space around it, and around there, so the man there with the pig. And the pig bust out of the bag. I mean, say, you not sell me today.
So we want to say welcome. It's 29 minutes after 10. And it's a great Saturday morning. We're down a bus line. My name is Lady D, Denise Gomez. We are talking about buses across Jamaica, the good old days of your favorite bus. Now, we had Hummingbird, I think, yes. So we had Hummingbird, we had Doreen, we had Metro. Yes, we had Metro, and we had oh, Jesus, there was another one. Princess mentioned them. But let me pop on over and see who also mentioned their buses. But before we do that, I want to do a big shout out because it's a birthday segment right now. Quickly, Chris Wilby of Caribbean Vibes Radio. It's Chris's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Chris.
So we want to say morning, Chris. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. We know you get older. And we're glad. So y'all get old. So happy birthday to you, Chris Wilby. Old, right? And we know you're watching. Yes, he's watching. So want to say morning to you, and God bless you on your birthday. And I hope Yvette fix you up nice. And your daughter. So happy birthday to you. All righty. So let's see who. Oh, Lorna Radcliffe said this little piggy went to market. That is absolutely true. Yes. And it's now 10:30 a.m. So stay with me. We're talking about the good old days of country bus and country life. Not going nowhere. We soon come back. Welcome back, everyone. Saturday Morning Runnings, 10 to 11. This is how we roll on a Saturday morning. Wherever you are, we want to welcome you. My guests this morning, Maxine Lyons, Jennifer Douglas, and Jackie Tyson. We're collaborating to chit chat. We talk about the pig in a bag.
Crocus bag,
We talk
yes.
about Jen never having no but money. 1 cent couldn't even carry her home. And we talk about Max, who says she just never had none sometime, and how them jump out to the people them boss without paying a farthing. Isn't that something? Now, for my guests, my audience rather, we welcome you. You know, we have to shout you out and just bless you up because you've spent the time to be here. Let's see what your comments are. Pauline says that's country living. Yes. Um, and oh, Hermin, you come watching from Florida. Welcome, Hermin, my love.
Florida
Hermin.
in the
Hi,
house.
Herman. Good
Mhm.
morning.
By the way, Hermin, which bus you used to take? Everybody in here, please post, write your bus so we can name out the buses for you, right? Because we want to know how things used to roll. Now, what used to fascinate us as children as we grew up, and even when we became adults too, is you're getting ready, whether you have to go take the bus down a crossroad, bus line, wherever, whether it's Sunday, Monday to Saturday. It's just how your parents used to like pretty much get you ready, dark your figure, get ready. And sometimes it's either you see the little girls going out with their little lace frock and their mother pull them and they must say, you better hurry up because if you make a bus left me, and they call out the bus driver name because they know that if that bus leave them, dog eat them supper because the next one that is coming is going to be so
Good.
late.
I'm back. So,
And not only that, you could be at your house and you hear a pretty girl me want to papa na na na
Ah,
na 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 na.
you never know. Say, I was hoping that you would mention that.
Yeah, man. You hear da 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 da, and you start to sing, and you say, "Oh, maybe I'm out of summer feel, right?" So, by are you their penance, and you know, so you better hurry up and reach down across the road before your bus reach, because there is that familiar sound. All of the bus drivers had this thing,
that
and
Yes.
one,
they
yes.
created their own melody, man, and
Music.
you knew it by
You know,
heart, you knew it. And
yes.
if them leave crossroad, as I said today, you say, all right, in the next hour or two, them are gonna come back. And you
Mhm.
find yourself down at your bus line, wait until it come. Now, when it come, you see this side man, them just it's like you're at a like when you got to little did we know that we were very skillful people. It's like, so when you go a circus and you just see
Mhm.
them a hoist up themselves and so, you just see the guy them fly up in no time. It's like monkey. Them just hoist up themselves on top of the bus.
Yes.
And then you just see bagger drop down, who this, and
Somebody down there, I
no,
throw the bag. I
somebody
don't
a
know
Catch
who
throw
them
them.
up. So,
sponsor.
is a
Them
thing I
throw
go
the
so.
bag.
Who a throw down, a throw up. And then
Yes.
some one lady I say, mind me, bitumati sin other bag, they mind him a shop. Or somebody I say, take time with me bag, man. And then say, movie picking me out, I wear. It was just pandemonium
And then them
commotion.
start to tie up. But
And
guess
then
what I saw happen on one of those buses when the bus packed so till it can't pack no more and the load high up on the top. They look at the fella run out a string, the rope to tie the bus, so tie up
Mm-hmm.
the stuff on top of
Mhm.
it. So when it broke one of them corner then around the corner,
People
come
back on the ground.
ro- everything sail over I bus over
Mm-mm.
the gully.
Listen, when he's
Not
talking about the
everything,
country life,
not everything, but
let me
it's a
tell you,
damn
the
bus.
Hold
country
on, hold on, Jennifer. Hold on, hold on.
So them have to stop. Them have to stop, and somebody have to go down in a gully go retrieve the people
Take the people back.
put
Mhm.
back up on the bus. But the
Mhm.
good thing, I mean, look how our people are. They're people like who live in the neighborhood. I would imagine, them see what was happening, them bring rope and come help
And
them
help.
carry up the stuff.
Yes, yes,
And the
yes,
bus was on
yes.
its way again.
No, I'm telling you. So we have seen the dramatization of bus line. And again, when you know that you get a seat in a them bus, there is like one big old relief.
I know. Tell me
Because if
about
you
it.
don't get no seat, say somebody either a press, rub up,
Mhm.
something happen in a them bus there.
When
And
you come
think
out,
And
about
how
everybody have
how
sleep
and
on you.
then remember now, like in Penance, coming from Penance to Maypen is a lot for me, it's a lot of winding road.
Mhm.
And then we have what the part that the name again, we call it one deep corner, like before you get down in Longsville, them kind of places there. And when you have to just brace yourself a certain way. There's an art in driving in a damn bus there, no.
True, true, true.
You have to kind of
Jamaican
position
bus
yourself.
drivers ought to be the best.
So and then when you think of it, you say, my God. So when it finally like reach Summerfield, you say, all right, maybe two somebody are come off. Then you look out the door, you see more people are coming. You wonder which part them are gonna put them.
And then
And then
put
you have to
them.
wait again till you reach a Chapelton. Then there was
Everybody to
this
eat.
steep hill to go up when before you get to Clarendon College. Oh man,
Mhm.
we don't know. We're really resilient people. No joke in many ways. And when you get to your destination, because sometimes you see people are use their rag, they, and a washcloth, we say rag, and you wipe sweat, everybody
Mhm.
in the hat.
Hot.
Because
Yes,
they
Can you
usually
imagine?
call
because
it
there was
patty
no
pan.
AC, there was no air
Patty pan.
conditioner.
Patty
Can
pan.
you imagine a poor woman get up early in the morning, go catch her bus to go to the market. She
Mhm,
sit down in the sun all day and she sell. She go buy a little stuff to come home.
mhm.
And when she get to the bus, the only thing we get a seat was the bag them what she had carry home.
Right,
She had to
Yeah.
stand up. The woman had
right.
fall asleep
Mhm,
while she's standing up, holding on.
mhm.
And you little picnic did and I said, get up and get
A seat. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you
And then
know
I
one.
realized let me wake you up at 4 o'clock to
Mhm,
Yes.
to take the journey with them.
mhm.
Mhm.
But
But
them feel
the
say
better
you're
say,
younger. You're
yeah,
younger, so
get
you're
Yes.
up, get up
supposed to
and
have
make you
more
little sit
resilience.
down.
Yes.
But I
You know
have to
one.
talk
Sorry. You
about
know one outstanding
the
thing subject that
Kingston.
we need to catch on. I don't know if well most of you. Well, I'm sure it's one of most what I've experienced that in
Mhm.
Kingston there at Parade that was where all the buses stop. Kingston Parade in Kingston downtown Parade. All the buses would gather there. So when you finish your shopping and everything, you're ready to go back to your various parish or wherever you're from, you'd have to
Mhm.
look for your bus. You ever, if anybody ever experienced getting on the wrong bus?
Me
Because
pretty much.
you have
I
to look for
usually
your
know
bus now
where my
because there
bus.
was no
I usually know where my bus park.
yes, but there was
I
no order
usually
of parking. So when you go, every bus just put up the bus
yeah.
and just park everywhere and anywhere. So there was
Yeah.
no order to say, okay, bus
My
register
own
here
was
is
parked
here.
on
And
Bus
some of
Eastern
them
register
look
Road.
is
alike.
here.
Some of them look
Everybody was
Mhm.
alike,
parked everywhere
yeah.
anyway.
Mhm.
So you had to walk and look for your bus.
Yes.
My
What
bus
you
was
Yeah.
said,
parked
Jen?
at Ward Theatre corner, and I don't know where that street. Ward Theatre, like we know where the
Yes.
Ward Theatre is, and then you
Yes.
Yeah.
have that side street. That's where the bus usually park there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, because I've been on bus already and people say, Lord, me come on the wrong bus. And
Yes.
driver have to stop and let them off with them baggage and bag and pan to go
There
find
you
them
go.
right bus. That was one of the worst thing anybody could
Yeah.
experience. Can I tell me
For
I carry a
sure.
whole heap of stuff?
And then I wanted to say about the Kingston buses. You know, a lot of you
Mhm.
talking about the country living and the turning
Mhm.
and the thing. But in the Kingston now, the Kingston buses appears touch people you sometimes used to come from the bus, you know. Some of them in
Mhm.
them pike heel and them mini skirt
Mhm.
and them are trying to get up in the bus and everybody has sit down and and it was
Yes.
like sometimes you see the different characters them coming on the bus. It's like, oh my gosh, look at them. You have the woman and look on the woman like a
Mhm.
scanner or some, like those little experiences. And
Yes.
and
Yes.
God, this man smells bad. And oh my gosh, it was such a, like a whole drama in the bus. You
Mhm.
A
know,
whole
Yeah.
and
medley of
that's why I
smells. Come
remember the
on.
song. Although you can't play the song, it's oh, here we are. We know I know can't stop my
Yes.
family. This
This
why that
kind
was
of
the
bus
Christian
can
course.
cost.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
When you have to
Traffic light
ride
and
And
blinking
the
on the
bus.
blinking bus,
bus.
yeah.
We was like, "God, we have to ride
Yes,
on the
yeah, the
blinking bus.
blinking bus. Remember that. Remember
Road
that.
standing.
Yes. So
Yeah.
let's do some shout outs because our viewers they are posting. So Sharnette says, my boss did name Phantom and one where God Town did name Mayflower.
yes,
Well, I
I
hear
heard.
about
I know
Mayflower.
about the
Yeah, I've heard
Mayflower.
about that
Yeah,
Mayflower.
Mayflower. Let's see now. Maureen says, well, she did take bus Jackie.
That's what I see.
My boss was early bird and champion.
Yes.
Right. Early bird. Let's
I
see.
was
Come on,
asking around
everybody.
because we were going to do the show. So I also asked around, asked
Mhm.
friends and classmates what their buses were
Okay,
too.
and mom says Macaulay's, Rain Adele, Sunbeam were some of the buses.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
heard about
My mom was
Macaulay.
a bus
Mhm.
driver, so she knew a lot of these drivers.
Okay, okay.
Victor.
Okay,
I spoke
Yeah,
about
she had her
Victor.
own buses after a while,
Hmm.
and she knew a lot of these drivers. Some of them would even
Yes.
come to the
So I see
house.
Okay.
Josephine mentioned about the Victor bus. I think Victor bus was a like a chain buses because
Not
they were in
liner.
other places.
And
Yes.
Doreen.
Yeah, the
Doreen,
Victor
because
was
we
the
had
segment.
Doreen
We had
and we
yes.
had Hummingbird that was the Lopez's out in Chapelton. Yes, we had Hummingbird. See, Princess mentioned them here. My bus I usually travel on. No, no, you're alone, Princess. Metro, Hummingbird,
No,
and
hummingbird.
Progress. Never
Yes,
forget
no,
Progress.
hummingbird.
Progress,
This
yes.
lady said Hamlet. One did name Hamlet.
Let's
She
see me
said my
coming
country bus
down.
travel from Top Hill
Northern Light was okay.
and it named
Uh,
Hamlet.
I'm just scrolling through here. Let's see. Who else mentioned their bus? They're talking about Piggy went to market. I can't we do the Piggy. Okay. Paulette says, my very early days, I remember Mayflower bus from Montego Bay through Adelphi, Wakefield to Kingston. Others doing shorter journey was Morning Star. Top, she all know the duration of the ride
Oh,
them.
well, yeah, say.
Yeah, go on, Paulette. Others doing shorter journey was Morning Star, Linda Rose, Sphere, and Fine Transport. Also, Confidence. I know of
Yes,
Confidence,
confidence.
which runs from Montego Bay to Christiana, Manchester,
Christiana.
among many more. Thank
Wow,
you, Paulette. That
well,
was good.
well informed.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, it's sound must
This
talk
young
about
lady from Montego Bay also told me about Majesty and Morning Star.
yes.
So there you
Here is
go.
Brody. Brody says, great memories riding the buses in Rock River, Grey Mist, of course.
Grammys.
Doreen Special, that was it. Metro Star Liner, Beverly's Transport, oh Lord, Fredda's
Yes.
Transport, and others. They all stopped in front of my grandmother's house. a
Rosie,
bus stop.
always
Brody, you
stand
didn't
for
live a
this
bus
up.
stop.
Martha live on roadside.
Winston never
love to
afford to
take
get
on the bus.
Brody.
buses.
Lord Jesus, let's see what Lola says. Lois says now. Sure, Uno got whole lot of funny jokes. Me use Bugle Boy,
Country girl.
country girl in the house, always full. All right, and she say hi to Maureen. Okay. Me know this one. Sagittarius bus, driver named Mr. Green. That's Pauline. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Roland. Yeah, Roland, morning, you're on. Remembering Mr. Thompson bus from Princess Field to Spanish Town, St. Catherine.
Wow.
Mm. You
Very
know
Okay.
good.
Jolly Boss. Jolly Boss.
Mhm.
You remember Jolly Boss?
Well, JOS was also
It was the
called
Jolly
Jolly.
Bus.
Jolly
Jolly
bus.
Boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Joe, it was what they call the
Because
Jolly
my
Bus.
JOS
Jolly
was
Boss. Okay.
before they had switched, after poor JOS fell off the wagon. But we used to take number 22
Oh, you
and
take
that
22. Okay.
22. And when it gets into halfway three, we would be right by the clock near there. So that's
What
where we
area
would.
22 went in? What
So
area?
Old Oak Road.
Oh,
Okay.
Old Oak Road.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the 23 went to Franklin Town area. So,
Hmm.
and Almond, Rallington Town and those areas. So,
Right. And then later, after all of that changed, it became, well, 60.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
And I just want to remember the thing that she was wondering what was the thing that was at the front where it get hot.
Oh yes,
It was called the bonnet.
the bonnet. Same so.
Okay.
Because
Oh
guess
yes.
what?
Remember
Some of
that.
the driver them used to like me. So them anytime them like a girl, them say, come sit down on the bonnet.
Bonnet.
And
Oh,
everybody
yes.
say, "Bunny, you know."
Yes, Jen. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Them want you near them.
Them want me
Mm-hmm.
and you feel special because
You
you want to drive a girl.
there
So
you
you try to
go.
sit down and the girl giving them a watch and say, watch her, no? And
I
Yeah.
had
No,
a
no,
pretty
oh,
girl
no,
doing
so
that.
we're not talking about any country bus. It's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Country bus we're talking about.
Okay. Who said
Lois
that?
never here.
Huh?
Eh?
What?
Lois,
Say what?
we're not talking about any country bus and it's not fair.
of
Them the
course, we're
country bus
talking a
we
lot
talk
about
And
about.
the
country.
country
Country
bus we
bus
are
we're
talking
talking
about.
about, Lois.
Yes, we're
Country bus
talking
we
about
talk
country
about.
bus man.
Yes, man.
Yes, we're talking about okay, so your mom says, Jackie, the sweetest one is when two of those buses passing each other on those winding
Winding
Lord
roads.
of
road.
mercy.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes one
Mm-hmm.
have to stop and make the other pass
Yes,
because the two of them
Pass.
Mm-hmm.
can. Oh,
And
Lord.
part
Yes.
of the wheel partially going over the gully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was frightening.
Yeah, very
Yes. Yes.
The
frightening.
Yes.
gully business there. Oh,
Okay, so
Lord.
yes, man, we're talking about country bus. So looking back now, um, what you think stands out most to you when you think about how we used to travel on those buses? I mean, we laugh and we remember the good old days, but there would be
As
something
much
that stands out.
as much as it may seem like it was primitive,
Hmm.
or the way
The
we pack
system.
those buses and the way
Yeah.
we pack the load on top of it or whatever, people were cordial to each other. I remember that people still had that sense of good morning, good afternoon. I don't know if it's because we're younger, and I just think that people were still so much nicer to one another, and
Hmm.
they respected, everybody's efforts. They go to the market together, and they're coming home. Sometimes the nicest stories. I mean that. Sometimes the funniest stories you hear in a Lady D was on those buses.
You're right.
Them give some joke that you wonder. I can't remember some of those stories right now. My mother says she knows some of them. I don't know if she have enough space to post it in the chat. But some of the funniest stories were on those buses. The conductor and other people would be giving jokes sometimes on the buses.
Mhm, mhm,
One of my
mhm.
memorable time is like what I can see right now and then happening now is that when a pregnant woman come on the bus, she
Yes,
always get a seat. When a
yes.
when a old lady come on the bus, she always get a seat. Now the old people them must say, no sorry for me, and all these things. Everybody want to
Yeah.
be young. But by that time, everybody was very courteous. The younger people used to stand up and give the older people seat.
Yeah.
And those are the things I remembered, the
Mhm.
moral of driving in a bus. People learn to be courteous, people learn to be
Yes.
polite, you
Yes.
know apart from you hanging out. I remember one experience in a bus, I had to hang almost out the door.
Whoa.
You
Mm.
understand me? Because there were no space in the bus. So people used to hang just to reach home. You no matter
Yes.
how you reach home, you don't think about accidents or anything. You just want to reach home.
Reach
So you
home.
hang out outside the bus. But the courtesy and the politeness that brought forth in a bus, that was what I really
Especially
respected.
children. You go on
Yeah.
a bus now with children, and the language
Mhm.
is atrocious,
Mm.
and just their behavior, their demeanor, and they have no respect for an elderly person coming on a bus, pregnant woman coming
Mhm.
on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
They just want their seat, and they'll even curse you if you tell them to give the seat up, you
Yeah.
know. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the
Okay, so
experience
so
back
what
then.
stands out most for me back then is the fact that everyone knew everyone's name. The bus driver knew you, not just your face, but your name, and you knew his name. Everyone, because we were traveling in these buses on a daily basis, Monday
Yes,
to Friday.
yes,
You saw the same faces, the same people, and you didn't just see them. You knew their name. You
yes.
talked to them. You made relationship with them. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's not like that. People jump on a bus, jump off, and you don't even know the driver name. Even though
Mhm.
Yeah.
some people traveling the bus every day and you don't know the driver name, you don't know the sideman name, you don't know the conductor name. But back then it was not so.
No,
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knew everyone, and we
everyone's name. Yeah.
conversed. We
Yes.
knew where we knew they knew where we stop, where we get on, and where we got off. So
Mm-hmm.
even if you never ring the bell or you never knock the bus for to get a stop, the driver would just stop because he knew exactly where you were getting off.
Mm-hmm.
And to me that's amazing.
Yes.
But
Yes.
no, it's not so. You better knock that bus or ring the bell. I mean, back then
Mhm.
bus never have no bell. Most of the bell now work, so you have to knock here and shout, "One stop, driver!" Make a whole heap of noise. But
Yes.
in
Yes.
most cases,
Yeah.
the driver would know exactly where you're getting off,
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
to me, that
Mm-hmm.
was outstanding.
Yes.
The bus system was a part of the community.
Yes.
Yes.
They were a part. They melt with the people in the community. So you didn't
Yes.
even have to say, "Oh, it's my time bus stop." He knew where to stop. He said, "I know Miss Mattia gonna come off right here, so make me
Mm-hmm.
stop the bus." So it
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
everybody knew each other. It was a community. Nobody fear anybody. We just live loving and kind because the
Mm-hmm.
busman. And when Christmas time come, you give him a little tip or something, and
Yes.
it
Yeah.
sweeten up the labor. Yeah.
Yes. What stands out for me is how families used to ensure that these drivers were taken care of,
Mhm.
especially with their meals. Some of us had to carry the carrier. Anybody know the carrier?
Yes.
Layers
Yes.
of,
Yes, we know
yeah,
the carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
carrier down to your crossroad, and you wait till the bus come, and then you go round at
Mhm.
the side, and you give them food, and
Yes.
stuff, while them are offload and a load on and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
you give them water and make sure that they were
Yes.
Take
taken care
care of
of.
them.
Some
Yeah.
of them, if it were like a fleet, a line of buses, you would
Mhm.
see how laundered their uniforms were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some used to wear blue shirts and all kind of stuff. And they
Right.
were clean. Years
Mm.
later, when the system changed, it's like them just get up out of them bed and go around the
Come
yard.
in and go on the
Disappearing.
steering.
Go around the steering
Yeah.
wheel.
Yeah.
Some whole
Them not
ugly
freshen up on
looking.
them something there.
No,
Yeah.
no, them them marina. You're like, where you are going at that with people,
But
and there was a break there was a breakdown, man, and them
yes.
not shave up them just, and if you said something, them would have an issue with it.
I
Hmm.
know. Then just get chaka chaka.
Yeah,
Them
man, but
have
I
them
Chaka
I,
cut.
I
chaka.
Them have them
remember that.
cutlass in them the truck the bus now. So if you
Yes.
open your mouth and say nothing to them drag the
Somebody ready
cutlass.
to. Mm-hmm,
You know, how
mm-hmm.
could we talk about the bus, the country bus, or whatever bus it is, and not talk about the conductors? They
Oh
Oh
were a
no.
yes,
joke within themselves, the
that's
conductor.
true.
Listen, them pack, do you see like how we pack barrel from here to send to Jamaica? I saw them pack the bus them,
Yes.
and them know who which size to put here and who to put there. You can't hold
Yeah.
it, so sit down as a young girl. Let me put the middle seat in after so you can sit down as a mommy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I don't know,
Yeah.
to this day I still cannot understand why I conduct a Jamaica. That's a
Well,
job.
me and conductors were
Because
never friend.
because them have to shout out Ochi Center. There is one who always shout out on a bus coming from Ochi Sentansby. Ochi Sentansby. Ochi Sentansby. Ochi Sentansby. Ochi
I
Sentansby.
was
Ochi
saying.
Sentansby. Ochi Sentansby.
Yes.
Mister,
Yeah.
sing him a singer. And him
Mm-hmm,
a call the people them. No, me by now me know the boss. I me know say I go from Ochi to
mm-hmm.
Sentansby. Why you have here call me Ochi Sentansby? Ochi Sentansby.
Like how them would
Yeah.
have said Maypen, Chapelton, Frankfield, and then and you stand up in this space and you're hearing this recurring sound over
So
and
yes,
over.
it's
And
like
just
music
la
to
la, me
hear.
know where me go, me know
Me
where
and
me go.
conductors were never friends because I have a big bottom. And then them used to have like 3 people for song in our liquor seat. And then we say, Fatty, Fatty, you can't sit down there, so you know. You have to push up your bottom a little bit more, make somebody else sit down. So me always have problem with them conductor there.
Yes,
I couldn't
I
understand
know.
that, Jennifer, because they would even say, "Smile up yourself, mommy. Smile up
Yes,
yourself."
that
What
same
you
thing that
small
they
up
say
your
to
small?
now.
Oh, you gonna small up yourself and your bottom
Yes,
big.
them always say that. And
Smile up
they
yourself.
will just say, also say, good on in the pussy, good on in the pussy.
Yes.
Smile up yourself, there. Smile up yourself, young girl.
Oh,
Oh, me
Jesus.
gonna small up
Oh,
myself.
Lord.
And then
When
they
you,
used to say,
when you
hey,
get up
Fatty,
that
if
bus,
you not small up yourself, you know.
everybody arms sweat all over your clothes.
All
And
over
they say,
yourself.
Everybody
Fatty, if you not
sitting on
small
you.
up yourself, you know, you have to go pay for 2 fear. That you know, like,
But
David,
just to say something, David makes a good point. Morning, David. Him say, I can't figure out how there weren't more accidents.
True.
And
yeah.
back
that's
then.
true.
That's
We
There
true.
was
really
no,
never
there was
had,
no cell phone. There was no cell phone.
nobody never distracted.
Uh-uh.
Yeah,
Driver
So,
keep
so,
me hype.
Lady
Driver
D,
keep me
true.
hype on
Huh?
road.
I see my mother posted one of the stories that she remembered.
Okay, let me go.
The lady in the hobble skirt.
This one here, let me see. Okay, one day a lady was going up in a bus in her hobble skirt. She was holding up the others. All of a sudden, a man took out his ratchet knife and
And
slit the skirt. She was surprised to see how she could move.
yes, I've heard that story before.
You see that now? Huh? Morning, Carol. Carol said, I used to meet my dad when he was coming from Kingston to Maypem to give him his dinner in Old Harbor. See?
See?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Thanks, Carol.
Oh, Lord.
Um, let me see it. Okay. Um, okay, here we see now. So Empress says, Jazzy, let's stick to our country bus, Bugle Boy and Yellow Bird. Right.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
I've heard those bus names before.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man. But it's
goodness.
a minute to 11, so we'll be wrapping up soon. But I just want to say I had a good
But
laugh
two
this
little two
morning.
little jokes.
Yeah,
A
man.
friend of mine who lives in Connecticut, they're from St. Mary. So she lived here like about 5 years before her cousin came. The cousin came and she wasn't driving yet. So she tell him, you go have to go take the bus. So him turn back and him come back and she tell him where to take the bus to go and him turn back and him say then me come back, me go to the bus stop where you show me and every time me move from one to the next it say no standing. So me have to go at the other one and it say no standing. So what me fi do? Yeah, this is real story I tell you. He said no standing. So
No,
me
Sir
have to move
Jackie.
to the next one. And the next time he go to the bus, he said, kneeling bus. You know, say man kneel down for going on the bus. One of the buses right in the Bronx. He said kneeling bus. You know,
I
the bus
know
come
that.
down. The bus they too polite for him. The bus come
Oh,
down to meet
Jesus.
you.
It
Kneeling
happened to
bus,
me
that
when I
man kneel
first came
down.
to America. No standing. I move away from the bus stop because I said no standing there. Like
See?
I didn't know. I didn't know what it meant.
Oh. And-
No, sir.
We all learn. We all learn. So
I know, right?
I see the bus passing me, not realizing that I must still. What it? Even today I don't know what I mean by no standing. Even today.
You mustn't stay there. You mustn't park and sit down there. It's not for the passengers.
Oh, me just I know now. Me never know.
You see, lady?
No.
then you're honest. I can't
Yes.
believe that.
That's funny.
You see, the man walked about from Upper Burger King to go down to Gunnell Road. Every bus stop in pass, he said no standing.
All
But the
right.
next one, he walk come back.
Jen, Lord Jen.
The English language is one of the hardest ones to learn, eh?
So,
And
so
understand.
Paulette says, I really thank God transportation system has improved a lot. I remember sometimes we as parents with our children going to school and the bus so packed, they put kids through the window and parents would catch on this step.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes they leave the children
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're school picnic, them leave you and your money
Hmm.
smaller. They leave
Hmm.
us, and a lot of
Yes.
times we get scolded and we reach home and we reach home late,
All right. Marlene
hungry.
says, my mom took me to Coronation Market on the bus from Mandeville Square. My mom said, don't talk because you have an English accent. They will know you are tourists. That was an experience. One time and never again. We were packed like sardines. Welcome, my
Yes.
love. yes.
Because if they know say you're friend, you have to go pay more fear.
Mhm,
Pay more
mhm.
fear.
Exactly.
And they just want to hear one little tinge of something.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. And right
Foreigners,
away.
foreigners and fat people have a raw deal with the bus them.
This spring line from Otrius go over
Oh my
Flatbridge. Well,
God.
the scariest time, yes, the scariest bus ride for me is going over Flatbridge as a kid.
Hmm.
Because it made me just think that everything was going to fall over into Flatbridge.
I've never
Yeah.
been to
Yeah.
Flatbridge. I don't know.
It was
I've
a
only heard
really
about
rough ride
Flatbridge.
going over there.
You've never driven
Yeah.
over it, Max?
No, no.
Oh,
Oh my
Only hear
goodness.
about it. Our grandma used to talk
okay.
about it.
Not on a
Mhm.
bus, but I do like the bus that the mini buses them, the one them that go to country from Kingston,
Mhm.
but not a regular big bus.
Hmm.
Never
Yes,
been to
yes.
Flatbridge.
Mhm. But ladies, I think we thank you, Jen. Now me know about no standing anytime.
No, we just know today. Thank God. Thank you guys for telling me because I never know.
And
And I never grandsons and never know
blame
it.
us for learning before we grow old.
I know. That's learning is better than silver or gold.
That was
Oh
good. You're
Lord.
honest, Jen, and we thank you. And that's what we love. We just, cheer. Ah.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
Janet, you gave a bus memory. All right, let me go back up, my dear, and see if I can find you. Oh Lord, it has been good. But certainly, the good old days of the bus line.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, the transportation system has evolved so much. People are still having challenges,
I know.
And some
nevertheless.
some areas are still, people
Mm,
still have to walk a long
people
distance to
still
get
have
to,
to walk.
to the bus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But
But coming
they
this
have done a
Saturday,
lot better.
they have, yes, and we're grateful.
Yeah.
Um, but what Janet say? Jan, I'm looking for that comment you say you made.
Because this was lively. A lively chat this morning.
Yes, man. This was good. I'm just Janet. You want to repost? I'm not seeing it. You can repost, but I'm so happy that you all came on. And you participated with us as we had our discussion. It's really good. These are very trying times for us, and whenever we can get a chance to pause and just laugh a bit.
Very
It
important.
it
Yes. Very
it
Yes.
important.
helps to relieve all of that mental stress
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that
Right.
we go
Yeah.
through for different reasons in our
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
lives. We need to, and of course, to know that we have early beginnings, and no matter what level we have attained, we
Yeah.
started somewhere.
Yes.
Whether it was the fact that we couldn't find 5 cents, 1 cent,
Exactly. It shape
Mm-hmm.
us. Those
it
things
helped to
shape us
shape us,
today.
of course.
Yeah.
So we
And it's some of
remain
those
true to who we
memories
are.
that these poets can write about today.
Yes, we
Yes.
reminisce,
Had to
and
get that jackass corn.
right, which is why half the time you never have no
That
bus
was
fare.
about fear.
Have to go back home, Jen. But certainly, Saturday morning runnings. It's just for us to reminisce, man. Sure,
Mm-hmm.
to just say, hey, there was a time when I lived this life, and I lived it Okay. Oh Lord, as for that. Here, Roland. So next week you should talk about taxes. I take the suggestions.
Mhm.
Talk
Mm.
about taxes. Hmm. That should be
Taxi.
one because there is 15 people in a one taxi.
Yes, I had that
I
experience.
couldn't hold in the taxi them, so
Oversized.
Yes. Thank you, Roland. That's an idea.
Yes.
Oh
Mhm.
goodness. No,
Talk
sir.
about the taxis. Yeah,
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
because and then when Lada came into being,
What? And the door them couldn't shut good.
and people
mm-mm,
sit down in at the back part where you put the luggage.
Yes.
yeah,
Oh goodness.
yeah, it was that was rough. Okay, I
Like
think Max will have to come back on. Something happened to hers, but let's hear what Hubert says. Morning, Hubert. I remember going to school on the buses as they used to race each other. Veer Line of Progress and another bus. I don't remember the name now. It was exciting at the time, but looking back
mhm.
now, I can see how dangerous it
Dangerous. Oh, yes. And
buses
like
were
you
packed.
said, Lady D, you don't
Mhm.
know how they didn't have more accidents.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
drivers were
Jack,
very
Jack,
focused.
Jen made a good
They
point
were
because
very
then we never,
focused drivers. Very
the drivers
focused.
were focused. Yeah, so there were
Mhm.
no distraction with cell phones and
Mhm.
other phones. It
Yeah.
was just
And people were courteous on the road to one another too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No matter what was going on, people enjoyed the laughter and us going down
Yes.
memory lane.
My mom said when she used to drive her bus, she was loading a group of musicians one of those days. And she came to the bus stop and the musician came to the bus stop and asked her, who drive the bus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody don't answer. So my mom went in the bus and started it. Because they weren't used to a woman driving a big bus.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So she went up in the bus and started.
It's
Okay,
funny
good
because I
because
never
they
experienced females driving
they
buses back
decide
then.
that they are not driving with a lady. Some girls were there and said, we'll go with her. As soon as we drive off, they light up their spliff.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, so bus line, bus line, bus line. Morning, morning. We're wrapping up, but we certainly went down. We talk about the carrier, we talk about who pee in their shoes.
A full pig jump out of the bag in the bus. Jump out of crocus bag.
Who eat up their money, right?
A bus fare.
Atmosphere.
And I go home with Hasham and Jackass Khan.
Oh
And
Lord.
to you, our audience, thank you so much. You posted your bus line that you remember in, back in the day. And I wonder which parish would outsmart each other this morning.
Hmm.
Good
Who's the
question.
parish?
Kingston. Kingston.
Me no know, because a lot of country people who then go a town years later. But you can post your parish, just the name of your parish.
And
And
my
while
dear
you're at
folks, to
it,
subscribe.
please subscribe to my channel. It's right there. Just click subscribe. You're watching on my channel. You see the word subscribe. I'd like to hit 500. I'm at 400 and something, 40 something. So I want to hit 500 and then I want to get to six, counting up to 1,000 and more. And I thank
Right.
everybody who have subscribed, right? Because the numbers play a role in greater things that we need to do. So please subscribe to my channel. And Max,
Yes.
share about what you do quickly and how they can connect with you.
Okay, so I'm a reggae artist. As a matter of fact, I just started working on a new track last night, and I'm enjoying it
Yes,
already.
Max
So
turned
you
one
can
piece of
find me on
star.
Facebook,
Yes,
Instagram.
indeed.
You can find me at Facebook, Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube. All social Instagram, yes. Instagram is my main page and Facebook, but all of the downloadable platforms you can find me there. Spotify is where my
Mm.
songs are. They're also on Google Play, Apple Music, and of course iTunes. And if you have an Alexa at home, she plays my songs. So
Aye.
Right.
try and
See
ask
there.
her to play Maxine Lyons.
See there. See
And of
there.
course, I'm there, me yard too.
Jen,
Yes. So, Miss Jennifer Douglas, aka Miss Jen, I do everything. I came out with a song for Christmas, and I had people zooming into my song, and I'm hoping to do an album very soon with others, and I'm hoping to do a concert, a virtual concert very soon with some new poetry. I write. I am now tutoring every day, 7 days a week for kids from K to 12. No matter the level of the child, I'm here to help. And you can, my link is on Facebook. You can go on Facebook, see the link, or and to get the ID, the information, so your child can do better in school. And the exam is not going to change. Let me tell you, your child needs help. Get the help they need, because the exams are not going to change. They don't care about no COVID or anything. They're going to make that exam as difficult as possible for these kids. So once you have a tutor, tutoring is just the same as private lesson in Jamaica. Get that extra help for your child or children, because they need it. So apart from my whole theater and my arts, I also educate. So just get on my you see my phone number and my email there. Get in touch with me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And Brainbox.
Well, I'm in my kitchen as usual. Everybody say I cook and fatten everybody, and I don't get fat. But you can find me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I need to do a little bit more on Instagram, so more people can see what I do. But I do a lot of baking,
So,
cakes,
Jackie,
puddings.
you need to tell them your handles.
It's the pudding pan on Instagram, and it's Jackie Francis Tyson on Facebook. So
Okay.
and they're linked. If you go to Facebook, whatever I post on Facebook, it goes to the pudding pan, Jack's pudding pan on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Well, thank you, ladies.
Wonderful.
And all right. So we have Sharon. It says St. James. Remember, we did ask just a while ago about where they are watching from. So Sharon, let's do this. So Herman says, I was traveling on Grey Line bus, and I got up and gave a pregnant lady my seat.
Oh,
Who was comfortably seated said, "This ya woman, I must be idiot for get up and give her seat.
you will see.
Then I turn up in a this a pack bus." I just look at him and smiled. I get it, Herman. hmm
mm-mm.
So your mom says St. Anne, Paulette says St. James, Shernette says St. James. All right.
And James representing.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're wrapping up. If you don't post your parish now, then we're not going to get it. But certainly we had a great morning this morning. I think it was funny. And, Sim Unabus there.
Feathers.
Freddy's. A Feathers Transport.
That
Yes,
was some
I heard about
transport.
that.
Yeah.
It's a Jackie in the back.
We never see the transport name at the beginning. So my transport would have been
Yeah.
North Liner or Northern Light.
Okay.
What Lion from
Yeah.
Zion? You see the gully over there, song?
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
That look like Round Junction.
They tell you.
And they had the worst tires, the worst tires.
Mhm.
What? Oh my
But there
goodness.
is one that I had posted. It's in that promo I did, where it's a Barbican bus, that little yellow bus there.
Hmm.
Oh, I saw it, yeah.
And I had to say to myself, "Oh God, all the bus them, they never maintain them."
No, it's all
No,
on choppy choppy.
no.
There was one I was giving.
Oh,
There
rusty.
was one that I'm telling you, if for some of us when we were going to school, we go to school because you have to go to school. But the getting up to get to school, because you're going a distance away for school, was not always easy. You
Yes.
half of the time you want to lay down in your bed
Absolutely.
and
Right.
you go no school, right? But
Yeah.
you had to.
You have
So
Mhm.
to.
if you go down a crossroad, and there was a little crew of us in my community. Sometimes you're a good child and you always seem to end up in a wrong crowd. That
Yeah.
was me. So
So we love,
sometimes
we
a
love, we
little
love
crew of us
excitement.
in the community used to
Mm-hmm.
reach a crossroad late. And when you look, all I bus them pretty much gone now. But
Mhm.
guess what? You hear if you see if you're there crossroad and you hear one certain sound a come, you know a ratness.
Yeah.
Ratness.
There was a little when me tell you said old ugly beat up mashed up bus that would only
Ratness.
go at about 2 miles an
You get
hour.
the right
Oh
name.
God.
Ratness. And most of the time,
Oh
by the
my
time it get to
goodness.
penance, nobody else not in there, so him just turn back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But me tell you, say ratness was a saving grace. Not that you're going to get to school any earlier. When me tell you, say the bus all, you see when it a go up Trafalgar Hill, about
Mm.
10 different break you hear gear changing.
Oh
You
my
hear
God.
figure up Trafalgar
Let
Hill.
me see if I can do one of them.
Every community,
Fianso.
every community
Fianso.
had one of those. Where did he? You ever see a bus turn sideways? Like it turned sideways and I saw it a going now. So it leans sideways and it a goes. You wonder what is bus you have to stand and look like when somebody have cast eye. I saw the bus look
No,
like you have cast eye.
no, I'm telling you, ratness. Me no remember the driver, Mr. White. But the bus had almost like all of the color gone. It coming
Uh,
like when you just use something and just beat up the
beat
bus.
it.
It
Mm-hmm.
all the seat them, all everything, all the
Tear
man,
up.
all everything. The bus just done,
But back
done.
then they never wash buses. Did they used to wash bus back then? Did they wash buses back
No,
then?
the buses were
Yeah,
just
man.
all.
JLS used to let people who watch the bus.
Yes, they usually wash
But the
bus,
country
but
bus
them
they
the
never
bus no
get they
wash.
get washed.
I like ratness did it. No,
No
no, no.
ratness, but me mean to
That no
say
wash.
no color, no leave. You once thought it was maybe
No.
blue and something.
It had to
Everything
bear its
gone.
name. It had to bear its
Yes,
name. Ratness.
exactly. It had to live up to
Ratness.
its name.
No, sir. And me tell you, Trafalgar Hill, that's where you used to prove, because that was a steep hill before you get right to Clarendon College.
Right.
That was a
Right.
steep hill going up. I may tell you, you could tell who can drive from who can drive.
God drive.
Tell you.
Because when you hear them crank up, to
Mhm.
go up, and when the gear not really go get them not get the right second gear and go up again. Hallelujah, you wonder if it go
Yeah,
roll
like a
back
rainfall,
down.
and my grandmother get a
You
ride.
wonder if you
I
you
want
wonder if
bus.
you're gonna
I
reach.
want bus
You
Telling
think
driver.
you
you,
go
when you're
reach?
young, you run a lot of risk with your life because
True.
all when them a do them something that all me a do is laugh and excited.
Well, see, Ermi
No
know the bus I'm
action.
talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Goodness.
goodness.
What a
Guinea
Me say
Guinness.
tree.
Ratness Park, a Guinea tree,
Guinness.
a maple.
Oh my
Thank you,
goodness.
Ermin. Me
We come from a place called Free Hill. And I remember my grandmother was getting a ride from St. Anne's Bay coming up in a somebody bus. The bus is not from the area, but she got the ride from because it would have to walk like a mile or a mile and a half from the bus stop to get in. So you have to go up one hill named Mr. Bay Hill. And when
Mhm.
you're up on Mr. Bay Hill, you can see the whole of St. Anne right back to St. Mary. You see the coast down where them burn and all of that. And when the bus I go up the hill, just like how Jennifer sound there, the bus I go up the hill and they make a rain. So me say it give there were other people when pick up everybody have to empty out the bus. I couldn't go no further. We go halfway up the hill and they go and then it start to run back. Down the hill and we have to come out of the
Reverse
bus. We
back.
say we have to come out and then
A
when
reverse
he try
back
to go up the
again.
hill, we must meet him up at the hill. It's about 3 times the bus come back down at the level, and go back up, Then he pick up a speed. He pick up a speed from down here, so zoom, 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 zoom. God. You see when he reach
Right.
right to
That's
the point, he was
right.
supposed to bridge the hill. The bus go. Listen to it. Those are the experiences, say, they bring laughter to me every time I think about these
Oh,
things.
Jesus. Here comes my cousin Tanya. Tanya
Those
is in Trinidad.
experiences.
My,
This
oh,
one.
Tanya, Tanya, one of my
Oh my
in-laws,
God.
Tanya said ratness one time roadblock. Only ratness on road. And Mr. White said, rat,
Mr. Wa-
rat. See the next year, we're not jumping.
Here it's new.
That's
Oh,
so
Bashi,
funny.
my cousin Bashi, you have it done right.
Oh
Listen to
my
me now.
gosh.
No,
Oh
it's true, Mr.
God.
White.
So
Herman said
funny.
bus choke.
But so-
Oh my
Lord
goodness.
have mercy, Jesus. No, sir.
that's funny.
No, but Ratness, we remember Ratness well. Bashi, this man was saying couldn't drive. He used to drive truck, and drive bus. But we always wonder when get him license from.
Half of
See,
Jamaica, half of Jamaica and them time they don't know about license.
It's true. Never have
no,
no license.
you mean drive for the license?
Yes.
That's
Some
true.
just can't
I
drive,
never
but they
drive
don't
the
know about
license.
license.
Drive for the license. Oh dear
Oh,
God. Well, we're gonna wrap up at we have 7 minutes to go because we end up having so much fun. But but I remember, man, some of those buses and you know, people used to those who have to go into Kingston, travel into Kingston early morning and so on, get up like all from 4 o'clock.
I was one of them.
Where you got 4 o'clock in a town?
I worked at 20 Park Primary School. I lived in Eltham Park. And
Mhm.
if you miss that 4 o'clock bus,
Yeah,
you ain't
trouble.
getting
Oh,
on to any other bus. So I had
wow.
I was on the morning. I taught on the morning shift. So I have to
mhm,
reach school at 7. So I
mhm.
got up 4. I must meet the bus by 4 o'clock. And I mean, even my son sometimes had to go with me. He's sleeping and they make sure carry a tea and everything. That's why I get so fat and I used to eat a lot of yam and banana and
You want
liver
banana in
and
a
milk
pot, you?
They go
in
yam
the
and
early
banana no
morning,
fat.
we carry that like me buy it at the restaurant. I may have to eat
Mhm.
become hungry 4 o'clock, and then I have to read school. Most time them give me the
Man,
gate
I
for
did,
go
I
to
did,
school.
I,
I was the gatekeeper. I opened the gate every morning at Dwelly Park
wow.
Primary.
Oh
And then they'll
God.
say you
Wow,
come soon.
Jen.
You come early.
Come
Yeah.
early.
But my cousin
Earlier
Wayne,
soon. She
yeah,
come soon.
my cousin Wayne, they sing in Trinidad. Wayne said because he went to Clarendon College. The correct name for ratness was Amazing Grace.
Lord
Thank you,
Jesus.
sing. Amazing Grace.
What a
Indeed it
difference.
was.
Right.
It needed the amazing grace.
No man, but telling you, sir, ratness was a bus to look at. It
Mm-mm.
was
Mm.
just
And then books
Nasty.
like that now, they should put in a museum.
Yeah. Good idea. Good idea.
that
Good
is
idea,
true.
Jackie.
That is true,
Yeah.
Jackie.
Belong in a museum.
Yes, people
Mm-mm.
That is
actually
so
rode on
true.
this rat nest.
Mhm.
I must say before I go, I really appreciate programs like these. I might not watch it because usually I'm tutoring or so, but if the children could hear this, it would be so amazing because most of the parents they hide their living that they had before they became
Yes.
driving Mercedes Benz and stuff. But if the kids knew where their parents, they would have learned to appreciate their parents even more. You know, that them never
Mhm.
have the luxury that they have now, that they can compare. So these programs, get your children involved in them. Let them wake up early and listen to these things because this is culture. This is real
Yes.
culture.
True,
Very much
Jen.
so.
During
Very
the
well said.
Thanksgiving and Christmas time, my sister brought this game from Jamaica. It's a new game called Guess What?
Hmm.
You wouldn't believe the things that this young lady captured in the game. Some things from way back, and you have to either guess it or act it out.
Hmm.
Your partner has to guess or act it out. But really, really, really good game. And we played it because most of us were together for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we played the game. My son was born here, but let me tell you something. I know I taught him a few things, and I try to keep him up to date with the culture, with the Jamaican culture. But the
Mm-hmm.
boy beat to in a summer something me never know some would even guess
Remember?
Dukuno.
Mm.
Dukuno, him
Mm.
do Dukuno and him do somebody something. Listen, them beat to in the game.
Yeah.
So, I was kind of I said, what Christoph was like, so I
You
kind of feel good because
yes.
you did learn.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Nice. And here is Jackie. Hey Jackie, welcome. Jackie and I we went high school together. She says the best buses of our era were Green Line, Suzette, and Progress. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank you. Everybody must
Remember
have best
them.
bus, you
Everybody
know.
must
Wow.
have best.
I know.
That's
Okay.
amazing. That's amazing to
Yes.
So
remember.
we have so Brandon
Best.
Hill in the house. So that's in Clarendon. Herman, me come from Brandon Hill. Hmm. Then Happy says she's from Saint Elizabeth. Hmm. Who else?
Saint Elizabeth.
Yes. Empress Audrey, Saint Elizabeth. Pauline,
Uh-huh.
St. James. Mhm. Roland, St. Catherine.
Andrea is
Kingston and
Saint
St.
Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh.
Mhm. Kingston and St. Andrew. Who else? Your
Where's
mom,
Ryan?
St.
Where you
Anne.
from?
Ryan. Ryan, where are
Mm.
you from? Paulette says she come from St. James. Shernette from St. James. So go on, yeah,
And
man.
what
Yeah,
you say?
notice
Mm-hmm.
they're representing.
Yes, bro, bro.
Ah,
Yeah. Who else now? Okay, so I will just post. I am from town
You're
and
born under the
Clarendon.
clock.
Town and Clarendon.
she
I
born
just
on a
made my
parade.
I
On
just
a
made my
parade, she born.
post. Town and Clarendon. Mhm.
My hospital was University Hospital.
I was down at Lying In.
Oh, line
Me
in.
too.
Another one there.
Line In. Mhm.
Oh, line
No,
in. Oh,
Line
that's
in.
it was a hospital there.
That's the same old Jubilee.
Oh,
Yeah, Jubilee
Jubilee
Hospital is called
lining. They call it.
okay.
Oh,
Line
oh
in. Yes, that's where I
yes,
was born too.
Lying
lining.
In.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan,
Jubilee.
it's a Westmoreland.
Jubilee.
Okay. So you're from the West,
Oh,
Ryan
yes, right.
Sav. Mm-hmm. He took it a little
Lorna,
further.
Westmoreland. Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
Lorna is St. Mary.
Mom is from St. Elizabeth, Pauline. Hey, mom. Okay.
Ryan
So
from
that's St.
Westmoreland.
Elizabeth. So we have Westmoreland,
What?
St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, St. Mary, St. James.
Pauline
St.
says she
Anne.
born at Cornwall Regional Hospital.
St. Anne.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's representing.
Yes.
Big up.
Um,
Big up, big up, big up, big up.
Brenda says, I'm from Sainty, St. Elizabeth. You know, a long time people would just say Sainty,
Same
right?
thing. Now they say same, but
Brenda. Hey. Old time people would just say Sainty.
David said he's
Ryan
from
says,
Jubilee.
I just give it the agent that what they same thing.
mm-hmm. That they say too. Because that sound really, really. Who else? Me born a Jubilee. Mm-hmm.
It is the year of
Burnett.
We
Jubilee.
born a me
Yeah.
yard.
Home you born, Jackie?
Yes.
Oh, bro. Erica says she born at
Jackie's
Port
homegrown.
That's why
Westmoreland.
she have pudding pan
Wait.
company because she bought her yard.
So I must ask Miss Josephine if our foot did quick or no couldn't reach
Oh,
it.
finish. We ask her. My mother have a 10 experiences, so she did.
Oh,
Them
okay.
the days that people have my grandmother had 12 kids, so them the days that people used to
There
buy
you
like
go.
Mhm. Okay, well, we're wrapping up now, everybody. Thank you. Oh,
What a
Herman sent me
morning.
Herman sent me born a yard.
All right, Miss Ermin.
Yes. Westmoreland, me born a Jubilee. Hanover. I'm from Saint Jubilee, Cornwall Regional. Might as well. Mhm. Okay. Right. Well, we gotta go now. I think we should wrap up. But it has been a good morning. And
Fantastic.
we had fun. Jackie, Max, Jen, I thank you so much for, joining me another Saturday to really share our experiences and have our audience share their own experiences with us. It has been my pleasure. Bus line, one stop driver, hold on, hold on. Watch
Boss
me
the
toe,
door,
watch me
doctor.
foot. Take
Boss
Watch
time
the
with
your
me,
back.
dog.
driver.
I'm
Boss the
telling
door,
you.
doctor.
I'm
Minibus,
telling
minibus,
you.
take a driver. One driver, another conductor. Hey, away all the jolly bus gone. Hey,
Gone.
long time
Time
ago,
ago,
we have
where
all the
all
jolly
the
bus
jolly was
gone.
gone. Sure.
I don't know.
Yes.
Hey,
Great, 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 great.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yes, nice. Thank
Yeah.
you, Jen. So
Manchester.
we're gonna end now, Lord. Somebody else a post, and I
My
can't
grandmother
leave
delivered
without.
me.
I can't. Oh, your grandma delivered you.
Oh yeah, my grandmother
Oh,
delivered quite a few of us, so quite a few
okay.
people's children.
Loy said Manchester she come from. Herman said she had such a. I had much fun. Have a good day. Thank you, Herman.
Yeah, man.
Janet says Kingston and St. Catherine. All right, Jan. Mhm. And I think that's it. We covered everyone. Thank you so much. I mean, we laugh out, we measure this morning.
I eat my breakfast now.
Yes,
Rough,
my little
rough, go
chocolate
finish,
tea.
finish
But
my finger
before we go, just another journey down memory lane. Well, I just saw Empress Audrey. Who is this now? So before I go to Empress, who is this? Lorna Ratcliffe, you're all awesome. Give
Thank you,
yourselves
Lorna.
a hand,
Thanks.
dear
Thank you
ladies.
for joining tonight.
you.
Thank you, thank you. And Empress, Max, hear what Empress say. Max, I got bossa chew now.
Andrew, you're easy, you know.
No, Jackie said wonderful. All right. So, ladies,
enjoyed
thank
myself.
you so
Enjoyed myself.
much. Roland had suggested about the taxi.
Mhm.
So me have to go see where we can miracle we go work for taxi this for go Erica said let me off.
They have on the bus.
Let you off. One stop driver. Or
And
we
we have to
say
empty
bus
out the whole of
stop.
the bus just to let off one person, huh?
Oh, that's for that. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But thank you, everyone. And looking forward to seeing you this coming Saturday again. And on January 5 at 7 p.m. will
February
be
January.
5, not
January
January.
5,
hallelujah,
February.
February 5
Okay.
at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. So February 5 at 7 p.m. will be Gifted Fingers Touching Lives. And my guest will be Dennis Rushton out of Jamaica. And Dennis will be,
Nice,
doing his
nice,
things on
nice.
the keys. So we should have a wonderful time. So those of you who are on, remember, if you subscribe, you will see when I go live. If you just come on and waiting for me to
Mhm.
send out the posts, when you can easily subscribe, man. And I hope when I get off now, I'll be like near 500 because some of you are on here and enjoying all them good stuff here. It can't go to waste. I
Yes.
need your
Want
support.
to subscribe.
Please subscribe to my channel and Watch my radio program twice weekly, Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez, Mondays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here, as well on Linkage Radio, 104.5, 101.7, and linkageradio.com, caribbeanvibesradio.com, signradio.net, and Touch FM Radio 90.1. You can hear me. So wherever you are, and they all have their websites as well, you can always tune into the show. But I seek your support because I'm building my brand. Okay? So please. So Ryan, good to see you. No, great job, ladies. All right. So no can hop off now.
Must reach
Up-
terminus.
yes, yes, terminus. We reach terminus, and here, Empress said
Oh,
pure
I
niceness.
know all of the uniform crush
And
on
a
me.
terminus, we used to call it a thermos.
Thermos. No, Jennifer, no,
You
stop.
know, Jen.
Never
Really,
know that.
Jen?
When a little bit, you never know about no terminus. You know, thermos, it's short it.
Anything with Jen talk will have to be associated with food, so me understand.
Oh, gee.
Thermos. No, you don't carry thermos on the bus.
Hey, chop. And the
Lord
whole of me
Jesus.
uniform crush up. The pleat, I mean, my
As for
uniform
that,
crush up.
who remember how we used to set with pleat before we
Pleat.
sit down?
Yes.
Yes.
And when we used to starch.
I had a ratness boss. Mash up my
When I
uniform.
was
Pleat.
graduating
I had
from
a
here, I
ratness.
think we couldn't manage it.
Some
It's so
girls,
bad.
when they sit down, they never used to sit down on the skirt. They used to lift up the skirt
Lift it
and
up.
sit
Put
down.
it
Yes.
over,
You
yes.
know,
Yes,
And
yes.
and somebody comes alongside of you and mash up it.
right?
Got me off of a challenge.
Especially when you see Miss Redills.
There you go.
Oh,
Right? Lord have
Lord,
mercy.
it has been
Yes,
fun.
Jed. All right. Yes, man. So,
All right.
Audrey might as well. You go till
So me
12.
have a patient we got to take care of. You know,
Dear
on a more
Audrey.
serious
Have a
note,
client, yeah.
on a more
Yes.
serious note, if I may, ladies, just take care of yourselves. Examine yourselves, examine your breasts, and
Yes.
make sure that you don't feel anything unusual. Just take care of the woman that you are. And if you feel anything
Mhm.
unusual, don't second guess yourself. Go check it out.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thanks for the
absolutely.
advice. Thank you, Jackie.
Amen.
Thank you,
Great,
Jack.
great
Well,
info.
Okay.
thank you all for tuning in, everyone.
Thank you
One
too.
stop
It's great being
driver,
here.
we reach.
Terminus.
Blessings. Take it
Terminus.
easy. We're out
Terminus.
of here.
Love, love, love,
Bye-bye.
love, love, love.
Love.